Okay, so Coops, this is your video analysis. Okay, it's called a biomechanical analysis on your running technique. All right, we'll start with the one on the right. We'll go into here, we'll zoom in just a little bit and we'll work from the bottom to the top. Once we go in, you can see your feet hits the ground with your heel first. So if we zoom in here, see how it's kind of like your heel?
Yeah.
In there. What we want is for this contact to happen underneath your body. So see how you're trying to run fast by reaching for the ground? You've got to get your technique better so the ground just comes to you and you're gliding on the pitch. So we want to make your initial contact time in the middle of your body, which is basically there. Okay? So if we can, there'll be different ways with the drills that I give you and the coaching cues that I'll give you, and we can change that. But for what you can do, try and run on your toes. Okay, you got to snap the heel and foot back and land on your toes in there. All right. Then we go into the 3 phase of your running gait. So it's one. This is the first phase here, the knee drive. So when we're coming in, your left knee, it hits a peak about there of the height. What we want to do is try and make sure that it goes along or closest to the green line. As you can see now, it goes down the red line. So there's a little gap in the height. The higher you get your knee, the more length you have from the bottom of your foot to swing forward. And then your foot lands out here as opposed to in there. And therefore you cover more distance in each stride. It's just by lifting your knee. Okay, so if we go forward, you can see how it lands a little bit short. If you had it high, so you do it before the knee comes, the movement is there because your lower leg comes forward, right? That's how you know where the hip height is. And if we lift it, you'll be able to land further forward. Okay, so that's another thing that we can work on, is lift your knees. The last phase is that phase there. So if we might take the video back a little bit to here. Yeah, perfect. So we come to here and we look in, and so we're obviously focusing on your left leg. The gap between your heel and your bum is almost non-existent, which is really good. Okay, if there was a gap there, we'd have to build a lot of hammy strength so that you can keep that coming forward. What we've got to do is hold it now. So see how it drops? It drops a little bit too early. Do you know what I'm talking about? The heel. So if this part of your heel here drops from your bum from here too early, there's still more area for you to raise your knee. Okay, so we've got to hold it on your bum. It's a little bit longer and drive the knee forward. Drive that knee forward powerfully. Once it goes forward, then you'll be able to get a bigger stride, even than you already have. It's already big. But you'll be doing this with a high knee, and then you'll be in better coordination. At the moment, it's a little bit out of coordination. I'll show you why. Over on this side. So if we zoom in, you know what? I'll play it in slow-mo and look at your knee. See your knee comes across the midline of your body? Yeah. So you're wasting energy. Okay, so if we go back just to this one there and we zoom in, so your knee should be like the other ones where you're running across the blue line. See your knee's coming out this side? Yeah. Okay, we need to make that knee come underneath your armpit. And if that does that, then we save energy and we are more powerful going forward in our stride. Okay, so we've got to think consciously of running with your knee going straight, not across. Because then look what happens as a ramification of your knee coming in. Look where your foot comes out to there. See your foot? So therefore in here, you're forced to come across your body. So you're landing a little bit over to the left. that side. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to make sure we go across the blue line, so the straight line in there. All right, at the moment, if we go to this one, let me put a dot right in the middle of your head, and you land, so you land outside. You land outside that line.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to make sure you don't land outside that line, because then you're wasting energy again. So there's 4 different areas of your running style that I can see straight away that if you save energy, it can be put into power and production force. So you hit the ground, you push off. In here, you can't hit the ground with all your power because you're contorting your body. Your leg goes out there, then it comes across the line there. Right? So there's all these little areas that we're going to fix up. In the meantime, watch the video, see these things over and over again, and try and replicate them over and over at training. All right? Because in the game, do what you want. You don't think about this in the game. You only think about it at training. All right, so let's go back over here, and we'll go into your arms. So into here, we'll zoom out just a little bit. So that's a fairly good running stance in there. Okay, if we come forward, you can see it. It's nearly at a right angle, which is really good. That's how they should be. Okay, but if we come across to here, look how they come across your midline. See that one there?
Yeah.
See how it comes into the middle? We don't want it to come into there. Okay, we want it to be up and down like your knees are, like a robot. From pocket to your chin, backwards to your chin. So you're swinging in here. Your elbow doesn't move. Your shoulder is the joint that moves. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So right angle now is there, that's my arm, and then shoulder only. You lead with your elbow, don't lead with your hands and try and grab the air and pull it behind you. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's how we fix up these little deficiencies. And then once we get all these little deficiencies corrected, you watch how much more power you get out of the energy that you're wasting in here. All right? And then lastly, it's your head. So see here, where we go back into there. If I go slow, look at your head's pointing upwards. See that? What we want to do is get your head moving forward. So see your eye line here, your neck's not in a comfortable position. Right? Your eye line is up there. You want your eye line looking straight across the blue line, because then you can see and scan better on the football pitch. Everything we do here is related to football, right? So you've got to think about that all the time. So if you're running up, you can't see that well. If you're running straight and you're looking and you're fixating on a point, you can scan and see there's a white cone there, or there's a ball bag over that side. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's another little area that we can change that will get you benefits in the game. All right? I'll upload this to YouTube. A lot of information to take in. Go through it with your dad and mum. Sit at home and go through it once or twice or 3 times during the week, and then we'll revisit it next Friday.
Yeah.
All right? Well done, buddy.
Thanks.